Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. It's been a while. I'm so glad I can sit down and film today. So let's just jump into it because we all know I talk a lot and these videos get long. So it's like a full face of new or really, really old. I was going through my stuff, cleaning it up a little bit. Let's get rid of some stuff. And I came across some older things and I was like, I think I want to try it out. And I'm so glad I did because A, I forgot about it, and B, it's really, really good. The only thing is I don't know, well, I know some of it you cannot get anymore, unfortunately, but they're similar things, you know what I mean? So let's jump in. The first thing I'd like to talk about is I tried this Milani primer. This isn't like brand new by no means, but it's cute. Did y'all know that it's got a little like scoopy out thing in this thing? I did not know that until afterwards. But I I don't think this is a dupe. I mean, I think it's inspired by for sure the Tatcha, the silk primer thing. It's not a similar formula or anything like that. It kind of has the same effect in a way. It's either or to me. It's not a big thing for me. You know what I mean? I think it worked fine, but it's also not my favorite. But primers really aren't. Very few primers, can I say, are my favorite. You know what I mean? So there's that. Then I tried the new Lancome. I did try the new Urban Decay one also. You can kind of see it's kind of the same packaging. This is too dark for me right now. So maybe in the summer, I don't know. I've debated whether taking it back and exchanging it for a lighter shade or keep it because, in the summer, even though we wear SPF, we, still get a little darker. And it is just a little bit too dark. So I don't know what I'm doing with that right now. But this is perfect for me. It's in the shade 28N. And it's the new Lancome. What is that called? The Fresh Glow Tint Serum. Lightweight. Why is such a long name? Buildable coverage. So it is very lightweight. And it is, I don't think, it is what it says it is. It is a skin tint. Now, is it buildable? A little. Generally, I have redness on my cheeks, right? And I will say that this evens out my skin tone for sure. And it kind of takes the redness. I can build it to take the redness down. But that's it. It's not covering up like any imperfections by no means, or like a mole, a beauty mark, whatever you want to call it. It's not covering that up. It's not covering up my little, I don't know what that is. I haven't figured out what that is. Imperfection. But like it ain't doing any of that, but it does definitely like even my skin tone, make my skin, it looks like skin. Um, I actually really like it. I'm not shocked because I generally get along with Lancome products. But I like it more than I thought I would. And I was very hesitant because it is a skin tint and I kind of like coverage. But after wearing this a couple days and with the rest of my makeup, I'm like, I kind of like you. And it doesn't feel makeupy on the skin. It feels very light. And like when I wash my face, it just doesn't take as long because I'm not wearing as much makeup. But yet it looks flawless at the end of the day. I don't know how to explain it really. I know I'm all over the place, but I really like it a lot. Let's just put it like that. I highly suggest if you like go into an Ulta, that's obviously where I got mine. Checking it out, I don't know if you'd get samples on Lancome. You might be able to get a sample of it now that I'm thinking about it. Try it. If you can get a sample, try it. You will not be disappointed in any way, I promise. It is amazing. And then for concealer, I actually am wearing the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum because it's kind of on the same, like, as that foundation, and they pair really well together. You get some coverage, but not, again, it looks like skin. Granted, it also looks like makeup on me right now because I've got a ton of stuff on, but you know what I'm saying. If you just wanted to go out the door and you wanted to be put together, those two products will get you there very quickly. Then I set the under eyes. So I pulled this out, my elephant palette. Y'all know I love this palette. When it launched, chef's kiss. But I do in general like all of Hourglass's products anyway. But I am wearing this palette on my face. So I set my under eyes with this shade right here, which is called Soft Light. It's a finishing powder, but I like to use it also sometimes for setting. And since I was already using the bronzer and blush and the highlighter, I was like, why even pull for another, thing? So I set the under eyes in T-zone with it. For the bronzer in here, it is called Lustrous Bronze Light. For the blush, I'm wearing the Iridescent Coral. And then for the highlighter, Beaming Strobe Light. So, bronzer I'm wearing, the blush I'm wearing, and the highlighter I'm wearing. This palette is just like perfect for me. I love every shade in it. Every time I use it, I'm not disappointed. The colors work with my skin tone. Like the whole 9 yards. Absolutely adore this palette. Now for the thing that I pulled out for the rest of my face to set. Do y'all remember? Let's go back to like 2017, 16, somewhere in there. And the Absolute Powder by Lancome. I don't know if they still make this, but if they do, highly suggest checking it out. I have it in the shade Absolute Ecru Medium. Now, we don't sell, at least not in store, we don't sell this at Ulta. I actually had to get mine a long time ago at Macy's. Yes. And I actually got 2 shades. I got this one and another one. But the other one I think I got was darker. And I want to say it was like almond, but I don't know if that's exactly right. But I ended up giving that to my daughter to use. Anywho, this though is fine for me. And it's just like a glowy, but yet not showing texture kind of product. And it makes your skin look like skin. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like a flat matte type of situation, which, don't get me wrong, I love that look too. But there's just something about this powder. It really is special, and it's a shame that they don't carry it anymore. At least the last time I checked to try to repurchase it in a different shade, I could not find it. So I don't know if they took it off and came back with it, reformulated or what, but there is that. And then for the lips, so the other day, I don't know, I had purchased, well, not the other day, it's probably about a month ago, but you got these little bags, from Ulta, and it had like 5 little things in it, but you had to spend like $20, $19.99, something like that to get the bag. So I had purchased some Ulta products, and I mostly purchased like the, what are these called? Like lip tints, I guess. Lip stains, that's what they are, lip stains. And the shade I'm wearing today is called, I think that says Very Berry. But I got 2 of these, and then I got 2 of these little markers, and I love these little markers. They're just so cute. They're fun, okay? They're so fun to play with, and when you pull it out, it looks like a marker too when you're out. Like, somebody asked if I was putting marker on my face. I know, right? But it happened. And I can see why it happened. But I have thoroughly been enjoying like these things. So if you see these, I think there's 3 or 4 shades of this and 6 to 8 shades of this, I want to say. Um, I kind of I like the application of this because it's just fun, you know. But I will say that this kind of lasts a little longer. I'm wearing this one today. I think in another video I used this one, to be fair, but I'm not for sure because I do my makeup, you know, and I don't film all the time anymore, so I'm not for sure if you saw it in action or not. But this here, it truly is like a weightless water type lip. It just, you apply it and it just sinks straight into your lips. It stains beautifully. It does not transfer. This is what I've been wearing for the last probably 2 hours now. This has been on, and it's not even faded in the slightest. So there's that. And then for the eyes, in that little bag that I just showed you, I got an eyeshadow palette from Ulta. And it's been a while since I've used their shadows. It's been a long while, really. I have used like Sephora shadows in the past. And I kind of remember what these were like. They're kind of the same as far as formula and stuff and staying powder. But this one caught my attention because of this middle shade here. And I don't know. Yeah, you can see it. Look at the light bouncing off that. It's like beautiful. So let's get started. And the first shade we're going to go into is this one right here. And to be fair, I kind of like that Ulta gives out these bags because in it obviously it is all Ulta products, you know. But it lets you try it. You know what I mean? I love when brands do that because I can't tell you how many times I would get like a little mini thing and be like, oh, I really like this formula. Like Dior. I have a little teeny tiny mini Dior palette, right? I got it with like a gift with purchase or something. And once I tried it, I was like, yes. So I then purchased a Dior palette. I actually have 3 of them because of that now. So it just really, you know, lets people try something without them being out of luck, just in case they didn't enjoy it, right? This particular palette, I'm not so sure on the color story, to be fair, but what I will say is that the formula is nice. It is something you will have to build. Like, it's not going to come, some of the shades aren't going to come right off the, you know, rip pigmented. You will have to build it up, especially the lighter shades like this one. I had to go in quite a bit, I'm not going to lie. But that doesn't mean that's the way all their palettes will go either. But I will say that as far as like a color story, this is super duper cute. It definitely could be for an everyday look. But yeah, you can amp it up with that middle shade for sure. I would say you have 3 mattes, 1 satin, and a metallic. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to go into this shade right here. So this one's a matte, this one's a matte, a metallic, a matte, and a satin. But we're going to go into this shade, and we're going to darken it up. But it had been such a long time since I tried the Ulta formula that I was like, that's kind of nice because, you know, brands change it up all the time. But I'll say that their formula is about as equal to Sephora. So if there is a color story you see, like, in the price point, like, it's worth it. Obviously for me, I have so many palettes that do I need to be buying another one? Absolutely not. But I didn't buy this. It was for free, so there you go. I can justify. And I was going to just give this palette away because I have so many. But I did want to try it again just to get my thoughts on it. If I still like it as much as I, once did. And again, this is not a Natasha Denona palette by no means. As far as like favorite formula and stuff. But it is a good palette. And again, it's a little mini. And I don't think you can get the bags anymore. I'm going to take that same shade and run it under the lower lash line. However, they do have like single shadows. And they do have like palettes of their own. Which I have looked at some of them. And I have thought about it. I just never like pulled the trigger. But I am trying more and more from the brand because I do want to, suggest lower price things, especially in today's world. I mean, makeup's like the last thing you're thinking about, I'm sure. But at the same time, it is nice to treat yourself every now and then, but you don't want to break the bank either. And there's been a lot of other things I've purchased, like from the brand, like they got their skincare now too, and it's actually not bad. But like as far as like their sponges aren't bad. I do enjoy their brush cleaner. That's nice, and it really does get the brushes clean without like drying out my bristles. I'm trying to think. Oh, candles. Love their candles. Y'all, they got a new. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's their brand. And so it'd be on their section if you go in store. But it's a banana, and it smells like banana. I mean, so good, the candle, and it goes through the house, so it really has a good throw to it. I think they're $22, but like, so love that one. And then there's another one that smells like Fruity Pebbles, or maybe Fruit Loops, like something fruity like that, exactly like that. Like, and again, it doesn't have as good as a throw as the banana, but it still has a very good throw. Just saying. So highly suggest checking that out if you're in store, even if it's just to smell it. Like, oh, it smells so good, y'all. I'm just blending out the edges a little bit. All right, now we're going to pick up this satin shade, and I will say this satin shade is really dark. So it is more, it can turn the look really vampy, whereas these shades right here is kind of almost spring-like. Let me grab my mirror, because I'm going to put it towards the back of the eye where I'd want the most like darkness for depth, and then bring it in. So it kind of shears out a little bit. But I didn't get any fallout with this palette or anything. And my nail polish is by Holo Taco in the shade, I think it's called Phantom. Hold on, I have it. It's a newer shade. We just got it in. Phantom Call. I think it's a new shade. At least I hadn't seen it before in the store. But look at that. Like, it's so pretty. So pretty. And then we're just gonna make sure it's all over the lid, but you can see how it took it very like dark, which nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to go for. And in the winter, I wouldn't mind this. Like, I would wear it just like this, and then I'd pop that metallic shade. Let me get I don't want to fall out in the inner corner here. like that and be done with it. But it's spring, so I kind of want more brightness, more oomph, you know what I mean, in a way. So I'm just going to pick up that shade on my finger and just pop it right in the middle of my lid. Like so. Look at that. And this is an Ulta shade, you all. And they have these shades in their singles. So if you wanted to, you could just pick up a single of one of their metallic shades, and this is what you're going to get. Like, look at that. I should use my other finger, though, on the other hand, because I'm going to make a mess. I'm sure of it. Alright. Me. Alright. Then we're going to go back into that satin shade, because I don't want to lose that shade on either side of that, It's almost like a halo look, but not, I mean, I guess it kind of is, but you know what I mean. But I'll be honest, once I was okay with the look, obviously, but once I popped that in the middle, or once I felt that shade, like, you're not going to get fallout with it. It's smooth, but yet it has a lot of oomph to it. So if you wanted to, you could put that shade just all over your lid if that's, what you want to do. And it would be beautiful. And then I'm just going to blend again. But I thought that shade was going to end up being a little bit chunky, to be fair, but it really didn't. Which was wonderful, because I love that for me, for sure. Because I don't like fallout, but sometimes it is what it is. And I'm just going back into that darker shade again and running it under that lower lash line, because I don't want to lose that shade. And then I use the Tarte Fake Awake in my waterline. Alright, and then for mascara, I'm wearing the Lancome Lash Idol, but in the brown shade. Oh, I curled my lashes. Where did I put the curler? I know I went all out today, y'all. But I don't know what to do with my lash curler now. Because I didn't put it back. Well, I don't know where that lash curler went. I didn't put it in my bag. Oh, there it is. It fell. Oh, I almost stepped on it, y'all. I'd have cried, because this is my, that's my rougher one. This is my, I don't know what this one is. They make the writing on everything so small. Oh, this one's my Surratt. I really want to get the Shiseido one, because everybody talks about that one, right? And I really do want to get it, but I'm like, I have to. How many do I need? You know what I mean? And the Surratt one, actually, I like a lot. If I had to choose, I'd choose this one. The rougher one, it just, it doesn't feel as strong as this one. You know what I mean? It feels a little bit cheap in a way, as far as like the make of it. But the shape I like of it, and it does curl. It's just, it feels cheap in a sense, so it's not my favorite to use. Alright, now we're going to go into that mascara. Now I got the lashes curled. And it is in brown, which you all know I've been loving brown mascaras. Still do. And again, black would have made this eye look pop even more for sure. But I kind of wanted to keep it a little bit more like everyday, like put together, but not going out. You know what I mean? But you could definitely go out with this look if you wanted to. And again, pop on a pair of lashes and it makes any look good. I've yet to see a bad look if you popped on falsies. And I don't understand that. It's like all of a sudden, what looked awful looks amazing with lashes, you know? And I do like this mascara. I think I actually like it better in the black. As crazy as that sounds. And then I'm going to pop it on the lower lash line just a little bit. I will say you can tell that this is brown though. Which is also a good thing because I want to know that it's brown, you know. Well, these lashes turned out really good. My other side, not so much. Interesting. I really had to mess with this eye. Sorry for leaving my mouth hanging open. I can't do my lashes without that. I don't know why. Alright. I'm going to mess up the look if I keep going. I'm going to clean that up now. And I knew better. But I did not do better. But anyway, this side, we'll just pay attention to this one. The mascara looks really good. Like, the whole look just looks really good. I'm really pleased with the way everything turned out today. But it didn't surprise me because generally, if I'm having a good foundation day, it kind of all comes together at the end of the day. But when I'm having a bad foundation day or complexion day in general, I'm just not happy with the look. But this, I'm loving. Especially, look at that lid. Look at that light. Look how the light just bounces off that shade. Like, and it's called, Petal Glow. I don't know if we have like these shades to where you could purchase them individually. I was trying to think that, but I don't think we do. but it's basically a pink metallic. And I was trying to think of a shade. I'm gonna have to look when I go to work tomorrow. Um, that would kind of be the same, you know what I mean? But I can't think of one off the top of my head. But I do know that the metallic shades that we do have are gorgeous. I wish they would start doing like some duochromes maybe or multichromes. Like that would be pretty cool. Just a thought. But yeah, so far so good with everything. That's all I have for you today. I'm done. I think the look turned out really good though. The blush is kind of fading. I don't know about that. Generally, my hourglass blushes don't fade either. So I'm kind of like, why? I'm wondering if it's the foundation, maybe. Or maybe I just didn't put enough and I thought I did. Sometimes I go too heavy-handed, sometimes I go too light. It just depends. But anyway, I will let you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it. Definitely check out the Lancome foundation the next time you're in store. It's so nice. And it does have skin-loving ingredients in it, which you get from your skincare. I know. But at the same time, I started thinking, it doesn't hurt. You know what I mean? Like, it could only help. If it does nothing, then it does nothing. But at the same time, maybe it is doing just a little bit. You know what I mean? So, I do enjoy that. The NYX concealer, of course, has been out forever. I do love it as far as a drugstore concealer. But I wouldn't say you have to rush out and buy it. The Hourglass you cannot purchase. However, you can purchase similar things from Hourglass in a 6-pan palette or a 3-pan, or just individual even. If you just want a bronzer, get a bronzer. If you just want a blush, get a blush, you know. As far as highlighters go, I'd go with their strobe highlighters. I just think you get more bang for your buck, you know. And I think it's worth the price point because they are a little bit different. The eyeshadow palette, if you find one that you like in store or online, it's decent. It's worth the price point, you know. The next thing is the lips. Highly suggest getting those. It's just fun, and they last. Like it is kind of gimmicky, but at the same time, it really does work. So, like, why not have fun, you know? And pull it out, put it on in front of somebody, and I promise you, somebody will ask, why are you putting marker on your lips, you know? But that is all I have for you today. I hope this video helped. Like I said, if you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I do upload every day, but no. I upload once a week. Let's be honest. Stop that. I'm just using the phrases that I used to use. Unfortunately, I have to work, so I don't get to upload as much as I used to. It's kind of sad because I really do like it. But I really can't complain because I really do like my jobs too. So there's that. I enjoy working. I know it's a crazy concept to have, but I think it's just the way I was raised, you know. You go in, you work hard, and that's that. You get a paycheck at the end of the week, you know. But anyway, let me know what you've been up to. Let me know if any of these products you've tried, or maybe you're thinking about trying. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments, and I will see you in my next one. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.